I'm on the ball today. I even felt exempted from the law today. It's like this revelation dawned on me. It's so amazing, help support the cause. I get everyone involved. I feel like I'm on the ball today. I even felt exempted from the law today. It's like this revelation dawned on me. It's so amazing, help support the cause.
Woo! I am feeling on the ball today, baby.
New morning music. Welcome back to the Nudelberg Daily Huddle. Excited to be here with you guys on this Monday morning. I'm Mark Nudelberg. It's good to see you.
It's nice to see you smiling and healthy and back to being Mark Nudelberg. I know he went away for a while. Man.
It's nice to be back. Last week was a rough week. And then I really wasn't feeling myself until Saturday morning. Friday was like, okay, I feel good. I feel like I can get through the day. And then Saturday morning, I woke up. I actually worked out. It's my first day back in the gym in 2 weeks. And it just felt good to be back and feel normal and recover. And same thing this morning, back in the gym this morning, back to my normal Monday morning routine. And it's good stuff, really good stuff.
Scott Garber, you are 100% correct. The credit goes out to Danielle Rossi, who said she was listening to music. She said, I think this is a perfect theme song for you guys. Danielle Rossi, you were right. Man.
Yeah, bingo. Bingo.
We hadn't changed that music in a really long time, but at episode 944, we made the change. So
I love it.
Hey, would you do me a favor? Would you play it again? It's so good. I just want to hear like another little riff of it.
I will play it again. Well, we got to get the
whole thing
first.
The
horn will go
Never
first.
mind. Okay. Never mind.
Shay, now you know that you have to have it clipped so that he could just play it at any time.
Yeah, I want to be able to play it at any time, and we play all this other shit all the time. So anyway,
I got it.
Lots of really cool stuff going on in the world. But of all the things that I have personal and you have personal, this one jumped at me. Shay, show me some bullshit.
Oh, hold on.
A bullshit.
Sorry, wrong one. Wrong bull. Wrong bull. Wrong bull.
It's a higher ground, everybody.
Oh my God.
Get the higher ground. There's a bull out. There's a bull out.
Oh, Jesus. So there's so many things you can take away from this. First of all, you're in control of your environment. You can make a change.
Oh my God. I just with the word like this is at like some local rodeo where they're actually
in Oregon
playing God Bless America as a bull is running around the road. What are we doing? What are we doing? What the hell's going on out here?
What
the hell's going on out here?
Oh my God! It just decides to leap into the stands, which good for the bull.
The muscles
good
of
for the bull, baby. Good for the bull.
That's what I said. I've had enough of this shit, man. Unlock my balls, will you, man?
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Unbelievable. So I thought that was a great way to energize our show 944. A couple of things happening in sports that you got to recognize. Scotty Scheffler is a machine. That's all there is to it. He wins again.
The only way you can stop him is by throwing him in jail. The only way you can stop him. There's only one strategy for Scotty Scheffler, and it is to pay the security guards to not allow him into the course.
Just lock him out, right? Absolutely lock him out. So Jake's really into tennis. Jake pointed me to the French Open, which I will tell you, this country should be embarrassed because I watch SportsCenter to kind of get sports news. It's like at the end of the sports news. It was really, but fantastic tennis. Congratulations to a 21-year-old.
Carlos Alcaraz comes home with, I think, his third Grand Slam title. So pretty cool.
Fellow Spaniard.
Spain stays atop the tennis world.
Especially on clay.
Especially on clay. I think he won. I think he won in 5 sets is what happened.
It was really fun to watch because it was back and forth. Seesaw. You look like Zverev was going to win it, whatever. Anyway, and then hometown, you gotta love the Florida Panthers 3-0 shutout. Bobby, man,
Unbelievable goaltending. And I think candidly, I think they got outplayed, right?
Totally outplayed.
Game.
And
like
still
outplayed, but won. And so, and I think it says 75% of the Stanley Cup Series teams that have won Game 1 go on to win the series outright. So, be interesting to see what happens in Game 2. But it was a fun game to watch. We were at a reunion for Gabby. She had all of her high school friends. Instead of doing their 20th high school reunion, they just said, "Screw it, we'll do it ourselves."
And
we'll get
be with the people you want to be with. I love
it. Right. So it was a mezcal tasting, and there was a bunch of Mexican food, and we got to watch the game, which was a blast. So we all watched it together out in Davie. It was a good time.
Yeah, really, really cool. On the other end of the spectrum, Friday morning, I had to go to the DMV. Oh, my Lord, dude. There's never, ever been a place that I've been to in recent memory that is more of a cluster jam. And not only a cluster jam, this woman was so mean to me. Like, it was right here, like before I was going to say, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? It's terrible.
It's the DMV. That's who she is.
It is
and
really
she will send you home and tell you to come back.
It is embarrassing. In the real world, these people get fired. And
Jay, pop that picture back up. Thank God for smartphones now, because could you imagine if you didn't have a smartphone?
I would die.
You better bring a book. You better bring a book, or you better have a crossword puzzle with you or something, because you got nothing to do.
Sudoku.
Let's wake this thing up. I have a story to tell about my shirt and about why. Bring your friends for this story. Why you need to sit at the bar.
Bring your friends.
Boom.
Wake up, everybody. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Wake up. Come on, come on. Wake up, everybody. Teach a new way. Maybe this and this what you have to say. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more doctor thinking. Time to think ahead. Come on.
So Friday after the DMV, no better time than to grab a beer to kind of just, bring yourself back to reality. So I met Jake at Coconuts. We walk in, sit down at the bar. Phenomenal day, beautiful out. We're watching the French Open. And across the bar, a guy that had hired me years ago walks in. I haven't seen him in forever. Shout out to George. And I called the course. Hey, George. Oh, boom. I went over. I said hello. His mom was in town. So, he goes, let me tell you something. When you spoke to my group, which was about 500 people, he said, it's still to this day known as the best event. And I get to own that.
That's awesome.
Because of great, whatever. So, I go back, I buy him a beer, and then Jake and I are talking, and he wants to buy us beers. And I said, oh, thanks. We got stuff to do. We leave. It's the reason why I'm saying this. Next to him was a couple sitting there we had gotten into a little bit of a rap about Chicago. Oh, they're on vacation. They're staying in an Airbnb, and we're giving them some places to go to. We talked about our trip to Chicago. I leave, get in my car. My phone rings. It's George. Hey, Steve, it's George. You just saw me a few minutes ago. I go, yeah, not that scene.
Like a bacon lettuce tomato sandwich.
Okay. He goes, the couple sitting next to me noticed your shirt. Are you? And the back of my shirt is
on the ball.
On the ball. The guy that was sitting next to him went to the website, asked him about me. He's an ex-NBA basketball player who has a charity where they help youth in Chicago and wants yours truly to come to Chicago to speak. You're the perfect dude that I want. He's like, he overheard me talking to Jake. He overheard all that stuff. And so you just never, ever know.
You
And
never
then
know.
second part of the story is we go to our favorite place, Cafe Europa. I want to watch more TV, the French Open. Boom. So we sit at the bar, Helen and I. Couple sits down next to us. Random conversation. They sit one section over from us in the for the Dolphins.
Wow.
Really cool, really
Small
fun.
world.
And turns out, I said, "Are you on LinkedIn?" Yeah, boom. We go on LinkedIn. 150 mutual connections. And he's the chief marketing officer, and there's opportunity. And so you just never know. That place that I love to go to, Cafe Europa. Shay, show me the Panthers. Bang!
That's awesome.
So there is a tradition that a bunch of the Panther guys go there every game day. Superstition. So
Do they really?
They do. My waiter Andy said to me, he goes, "Dude," he goes, "you've never seen people eat like this."
Listen, I'm telling you right now, nobody from the Huddle better go showing up to Cafe Europa on game day now and blowing up their spot on game day. Let them have their traditions. Just because we know about that now, let them have it. That's awesome. Very cool.
I sent it to Jerry Plush, and he goes, "They better be drinking water."
Yeah, they're definitely drinking water.
As we do every morning, we start the day with daily affirmations.
This week I will keep dreaming, keep doing, keep growing, keep going, stop rescheduling my happiness. This is a good one. I had this thought about restarting this morning because, like Saturday, I got back in the gym, hadn't worked out for 2 weeks, and I was a little sore. It was hard, number one. And then I was a little sore on Sunday, and I was like, damn, it's like starting all over again. But you really never start over again.
Correct.
Right?
Oh,
you start from a new baseline. So like, I'll keep going, like the affirmation of I'll keep going, I'll keep learning, I'll keep doing. That's really what it is even if there was a hiatus, even if there was a break, even if there was an obstacle, whatever it is, as soon as you get back to doing it, you're not really starting over. You never really start over because you've reached a new baseline.
You're part of the mountain. You've gotten to that part of the mountain and you just move on from there. So it's fascinating for me because I share a lot of this stuff in social media. I shared my weekly goals are to actually live a life, to actually indulge in people, food, learning, everything there is to do. I got to see my dad this weekend, took the train up. It's a long day, but went up, spent some time with him, took him to the beach, came back, took the train home. It's all available to you if you decide the choice to engage in it. It's all there for you. You can do whatever you want with whoever you want. So
you like the bolt, just decide to jump out of the ring.
Just decide to get out. Just if you're in a place, if you're waking up this morning and you are dreading going to work or you went to sleep last night, you can jump.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop going. Make the decision that you're gonna make the change.
It will all work out. It always does. You posted, my son. First of all, I love your content. I really do. It's very poignant. The whole thing about games, we never really grow up. We're still playing games.
Well, that's what I mean. Like we were with a bunch of high school people from 20 years ago. And then everybody gets in and you're doing the pleasantries and you're catching up or whatever. And then after 15 minutes, everybody's back in high school. Like we're all busting each other's balls and making fun of each other's shoes. Right. Like it's just right back to being a moron.
So your post, I don't know which day it was, but this was Saturday, such a banger because this visual, you can be part of the 97%, or you can be part of, it's like if you're trying to sell your limited target.
Well, our work with Intrepid California is going so well, and everybody's having amazing success just having conversations. And it made me think about it. They're like, wow, this is so easy. And I can just have a conversation. And I'm like, yeah, because if you just show up to have a conversation, literally everybody in the world has something to talk about, has something to share. Both of your stories were poignant because they were topical about how they knew you or how they got connected or whatever. But Chicago was the thing that connected you to those people that allowed them to then go on their own journey and hear more. There's always something for people to talk about. And so if you show up selling, the law tells you, the ratios tell you that there's only 3% of the market is looking to buy right now. So like there's only 3% of the people that you're actually going to resonate with if you show up selling, as opposed to if you show up looking to just have a conversation. The rest of the world is wide open for you.
Now just imagine role playing. We do this. I'm sitting at the bar and I go, would you like to have me come speak at something you're doing?
Right.
Like, what?
You want to buy some sales training?
Come on, you need to be coached. I can tell. I can tell.
Right.
I can feel it. I can feel
Right.
it. And you know what? I'll discount it and I'll do whatever
Right.
it takes to do the business. And you're not leaving. It's just
Makes
totally
no
ridiculous. It was the furthest thing from my mind.
Right.
And Jake even said to me, he goes, we live such a great life because we don't have any of that pressure. And that's what I tell the people. If you control your time and you control your behavior, you have no stress.
Well, that's the difference, right? Is you focus on the behaviors and not the outcomes. And we stress that all the time. And then it goes back to always our teachings, which are, well, what are business development activities? Well, the problem with all business development activities is they've been told to you are sales activities. Everything that's ever been trained to you as business development is a sales activity, not an actual relationship development, starting conversation. None of those behaviors have been taught to you. So if you want to know what those behaviors are, go train for free. Get into the free training. Like we've given it to you now, the light version, your basic blocking and tackling and fundamentals. It's in the comments. Go train for free if you want to figure out how to have really easy conversations in today's world.
It is, you know, I tell people, you know, I use the word goof proof, but it's just so much more fun. You know, like, you know, I had a call and I shared it with people. You know, the guy, well, I know the math. And if I send out 50 emails and I get one appointment, I was like, ugh. You know, like,
Good luck to you, man.
Good luck to you. Some fired up motivational music today. We may have played it sometime before. I don't care, but it's Michael McDonald Live, because the only way to do what we do is to take it to the streets.
You don't know me, but I'm your
Jay,
brother.
taking it to the streets. Motivational music. Let's go.
I will resist in this living time. You don't know my kind, and you very soon. Time, you telling me things you're gonna do for me. Yeah, I think I don't like what I think I see. Take it to the street. Taking it to the street. Yeah, no. Taking it to the street. Taking it to the street.
Boom.
I'm glad you heard it. I didn't get to hear any of it. My browser failed.
Really?
Yeah, I missed all Michael McDonald this morning. Pissed me off.
I heard you. You were like, Shay, go to motivational music. I'm like,
over the music.
What are you talking
about? Over the music. So I not only give to social media, I partake in it, and I listen and read, and there's so much content that is worthy of my time that I consume as much as I give. A couple of doozies. Jesse Itzler, who we love, and he comes up in a lot of conversations. He asked, first of all, he asked the question, are you rich? You know, which, you know, rich is different. I could have played the video, but I chose not to. There's a lot of definitions of rich. Shay, do you have the list, or is it just on Mark and I to bounce back and forth?
No, I assumed you guys would go back and forth.
Okay. So Mark, do you have the list?
I do have the list. I'm opening it right now.
All right, good. So there are 7 that he identifies. And I thought it was just wonderful. You know, when we're looking to measure, that's how you get better with what, you know, inspect what you're doing. So you want to, I'll start the first one. Are you time rich? I have never. What?
So I think when he's originally talked about this, he said the difference between rich and wealthy, right?
Correct. Yes.
Like, and rich was quantity. Rich, you could be rich in a lot of things, meaning you have a lot of that. Whereas wealthy was more like a term of fulfillment and more of a feeling and more of like security. So the things he talked about that you could be rich in, which is the first one that you said, is time rich.
And
which
I
means
have
you have a
never
lot of
been more time rich in my life. I love it. I've earned it. I do it. I do what I do very, very systematically. So I don't feel guilty that I'm not doing enough.
right.
That drove me crazy my whole career because it never seemed enough. It was the infinite game. You could work 80 hours a week, but why? If you do it right and you do it systematically, you climb the mountain. So time is a beauty.
Time is great. Socially rich is the next one that he lists, which I think if you are socially rich, that means that you have wonderful friends. You have wonderful people surrounded around you, your social circle. Could be friends, could be family, could be, anybody that feeds you that's in your circle.
I think it's business too. If you have clients and vendors that are socially, important to you, you are rich.
Yeah. The third one is spiritually rich, which whatever your faith is, or do you have an abundance of faith would be the question, regardless of what religion you are a part of. Are you practicing it, and do you really have it? Because just because you're going to church every Sunday doesn't mean that you're living a faithful life, which is a difficult place to be.
Right. And just to show up to do work doesn't mean that you're getting what you're supposed to get done. So it's the same thing. Are you emotionally invested? Ooh, that investor word. Holy cow.
Intellectually rich, which in this world, information is everywhere. You have the ability to consume it. Like you were talking about the amount of content. It's the same, whether you're scrolling your feed, whether you're paying attention to what's going on in LinkedIn now, you can be scrolling through videos that way. There's information everywhere. Are you consuming it to continuously grow your intellect?
I love it. Purposefully rich. What are you doing to leave a legacy? What are you leaving behind? What are you doing? How are you creating impact? These are all things you have control over, by the way. So when we talk about control the controllables, here's how you do that. Oh,
Yep.
Steve, that sounds good. Here's how you do it. Physically, we are.
What did you think of when you read Physically Rich? How did you take that? How did you?
I took it two ways. I took it. Are you able to do what it takes to be a human being? Can you walk? Can you talk? Can you hear, watch? Physically, I am gifted that I'm not sitting in a chair. I'm not in a hospital bed. I don't go for dialysis every day. So of all of the ways it could be, but physically rich, is taking care of your body.
I also thought about materials, right? Like you could be like, to me, physical is things that you can touch and feel. So it wasn't just like, am I nutritionally rich, but also the things you have, the cars, the houses, the whatever, the clothes, whatever, the physical things that are the pictures. Like you have an unbelievable collage behind you. I would consider that part of being physically rich. You have things around you that you really enjoy. I think that's part of the physical part of it.
I like that. I mean, this wall empowers me. This is the highlights of my career. I hadn't had a place to do it until I moved. And it's really so wonderful because I do take time to look at it and remember all the stuff. I have pictures of us. I have pictures of way back when, so great stuff. And then the last one, and I think I'm super proud of you because you do this with your family, adventure rich.
Yeah, experiences, right? Going places, and even if it's not far, it doesn't have to be overseas. It doesn't have to be, but going places and doing things and being out in the community, going to mods, going to the Museum of Discovery and Science is an adventure. You get up on a Saturday, you go, you experience it. So how adventure rich are you? All wonderful things that have nothing to do with being financially rich. All of those things, not a one of those things talked about finances. And so you're able to create whatever you're focusing on, you can create riches there. Great start to Monday.
Oh, I feel good. I feel even better that this is my only huddle of the week.
That's correct. You're going to have Jake hosting tomorrow with Lori. That's going to be awesome. I'll be in the seat on Wednesday hosting with Lori. Then you'll get Jake and I on Thursday. And then on Friday, you have Andy Linsky in the hot seat with us as we do another Huddler on the hot seat.
Which if Andy Linsky doesn't make you laugh, you're dead.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a great one.
He is just an outstandingly happy human being.
Great week ahead. Hope everybody is on the right track. Be sure, if you are not following us, that you are following us, whether it be the newsletter or wherever it is that you can get our content and continue to get on the ball with us. Jake will see you guys tomorrow. Let's get down to business.
How about Jake hosting, baby? Let's go.
Please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business.